Hey people, Anthony 4x4 Diesel. Just want to do a really short video, and it will be literally a minute or two, shortest one you've ever seen, especially lately, on how to detect front wheel bearing play. We better give you a little bit of background. So this is a 120 Prado, same wheel bearings on the 150s, all the 150s, all the 120s. So lots of wheel bearings the same. The Hilux is almost the same. It's the same size and everything. It's a bit different, but it's pretty much the same. And we find at about 200,000 cases where they can go bad, and they can go bad really quick, which is why we think it's worth changing them as prevention if you travel a long way from home. So if you're a traveler, every 200,000 cases, change them as prevention. We've got those kits, obviously, with those two wheel bearings, $1,100 delivered to your door, happy days, anywhere in Australia only. Okay, Prado or Hilux, whatever. But how to detect it, because look, this one's got a bit of a play in it. Okay, so three things. One, if it's got no play in it, doesn't mean it's okay. If it's got no noise, doesn't mean it's okay. If it's got play and noise, it's definitely got problems. And if it's got no play, no noise, it's probably got problems as well at those kilometers, because based on averages, they're all the same. They've had no maintenance. The grease is all drying out. There's nothing left. Maybe it's had some dust, water and dirt in there is going to add to the problem. Maybe it hasn't, right? So if you grab the wheel side to side and wobble it, it could be wheel bearing, but it could also be other suspension components. So top to bottom, you can grab the top and the bottom and go, rock it back and forward like that. But I'll be quiet. I'm going to stop talking for a minute. I just want to show you this one. We'll get in a bit closer actually, so you can hopefully hear it. Right, and I'll just try and be quiet if everybody else can be quiet. Hey, shush. Right, here we go. Listen. Right, it's moving probably a millimeter or two at the bottom. I'll do it again. I think you can hear that. It's also my boots squeaking on the floor. Try again without squeaking the boots. Oh, we've got the roof squeaking as well. The wind, the builder's blanket on the roof squeaking around with the wind, Anyway, that is playing the wheel bearing. So that's one of your first signs. That's going to cause your tyre wear. It's going to make the vehicle drive a bit average. It can get worse really quickly, and then your brakes could get spongy. So it can be dangerous as well, and it can completely collapse. I'll tell you the story quickly. It's going to be more than, look, this is what happens, right? So we did a trip to Tassie. We're in Victoria. Mate checks his vehicle. All good, no problems. We go, get on the boat. It's 30 Ks, right? Go across on the boat. Not long, couple hundred Ks, he's going, I got a bit of a noise in the front, and I know the noise. I've had it on my 120 at 200, just over 200,000 Ks. One of them went, and then, the other one shortly afterwards. That's the thing. So if one's gone, the other one, what makes you think, it's not a faulty bearing, it's just worn out. The grease is gone, So what makes you think that, if one's gone, the other one's going to be okay, mate? They're twins. They're side by side. They were manufactured together, supplied together, fitted together. They're going to last about the same. It's been on the same vehicle, the same treatment, the same conditions. There's no point doing one. Beware of those aftermarket bearings. I had someone the other day here. He said, yep, you were right, the usual 30, 40,000 Ks, and now I'm doing it again. Now I come to you. People come and pick them up. They're heavy. If you're around Melbourne, we keep them in stock. Come and pick them up. We don't have the EFT POS machine here, so bring your stuff so you can pay for it. Happy days. Small business, trying to keep it simple. And keep the customer service the way it used to be, instead of just clicking that online button, click, 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 right? So, but look, you can text me and get them sent anywhere in Australia as well if you really want it. It's not a sales thing. We've got them if you want. If it helps you, if it doesn't, go and get whatever bearings you want. But check our videos in the playlist that shows you how we use the new parts, what parts we use. We pick the best parts out of the Prado and Hilux components, and and that's what we put together. So you got the best. So if there's one that's better on a Prado than a Hilux, vice versa, same component, different part number, different part, but same, different, same, then we pick the one that's better, more reliable. We do our little extra bit to make it last a bit longer, detailed in those videos playlists. So click on your YouTube, your subscriptions, that's 4x4 Diesel. Go to 4x4 Diesel page, click on playlists, go through the playlist, you'll find hubs or front bearing hub playlist. Check all that out and all the info you need's there. But look, the main thing is, if you go on a trip and you got no play and you've done 200,000 Ks, what happened to this guy? It got worse and worse and worse. We did a 1,000 K trip only in Tassie. We went over to we're obviously up the north end. We went over to the east coast, then we swing across the west coast. By the time he's driving across, it's getting worse. We're on the west coast for a few days. The whole trip was 1,000 Ks, right, door to door. and then climb his track and all that mud and all that sort of thing, so that probably didn't help, but it was already on the way, so I'm not going to blame that. And then as we're driving out of there heading back towards the boat, oh yeah, brakes are spongy, this and that. Got home, the bearings were absolutely trash, heaps of play. Brought me the old bearings covered in rust, might even be in those videos in the playlist, and it's happened to plenty of people and it continues to happen. Oh yeah, you were right. Well, this is what we do. We specialize in these vehicles. So these are the good vehicles. This is not a problem. This is not a bad thing about Prados. The bloody things are awesome. They're a sealed, no maintenance bearing. It can't last forever. But if you just go, I don't want to sell your bearings if you don't need them. If you just go within 100 Ks of home, right, and you've got your RAC and you get the car service and they check the play, you haven't heard any noises, and you just go into the shops and the school and all that, you'll probably be okay. If you notice any noise, if you notice any play, when they check it at service, then take action then. So you can push it out to 300, 400, 500, because there is plenty of vehicles that have lasted 300, 400, 500,000 also. So don't think, this guy's just trying to sell bearings, mine are okay. I don't care. Buy them wherever you want, right? I'm just giving you the information, and I'm giving you the best solution also. Value for money, because quality parts, quality workmanship, I put them together, quality customer service. It's no click and collect business. It's, send me the text, personalized service, or come and pick it up, even better. Love to see you have a quick chit chat, 10 minutes like this. We'll make a little video together. You can tell me your story. And another quick warning actually, because there's so much info. So I had someone pick up the front hubs the other day again for the Hilux. And like the other guy, if you've been watching the video, somebody forgot to put the spacers on. You've got to swap those two spacers off the back of the bearing, right? Both of them, right? Both. I don't care if you've got which one's on there, but if you don't have the ABS one and your car's got ABS, then you'll be in trouble, right? But you've got to know what I'm talking about. Have those two spacers on there, 235 Newton meters. There's no warranty on your mistake of forgetting and not watching enough videos and getting familiar enough. Okay, and this gentleman was a vehicle technician, a mechanic, lots of experience with this sort of thing. It was just one of those mistakes you can make. You just got to slow down, double check, watch more videos, understand, and be 100% sure. When he picked them up, I even said, we briefly discussed what's got to happen. Make sure you don't forget that. Must be a country of Victoria thing, because now it's happened to two people. Now, isn't it just amazing? I was going to do a quick video showing you, look, that's playing a wheel bearing. And I've just waffled on and on and on with all this information. I still think it's really important. So wheel bearings is now Mondays also, but please understand, I'm going to get smashed now. People are going to be buying injector kits, they're buying BFE kits, they're buying wheel bearings. Get as much as I can done on a Monday. It's really important that you get in first thing in the morning, 7:30 a.m. Melbourne time onwards. Anything before that. Also, people message me after hours and on weekends. Just don't do it, okay? You might think, oh, look, I don't expect you to read it now, but what happens is I check the phone every now and then in case there is an emergency or somebody contacts me. Could be something important on this number, but I don't have it with me after hours. Every hour or two, when I walk past it, I might check it. And if there's red dots there, I open up. Then the red dots go. And then I don't check it again in the morning. Oh, who messaged me last night at midnight? I don't do that, okay? I'm checking the phone, who messaged me with the red dots. So you get a red dot, there's a red dot there, you get a reply, unless it's at the wrong time. I'm not checking messages at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 p.m. I'm not doing that, right? And if you think I'm going to reply next day, it doesn't work that way. The red dot's gone. Your opportunity is a red dot on the phone by a text message. If you ring, you're just going to lose credibility because you haven't watched enough videos. So don't bother ringing. If there's a call that needs to happen, I will instigate and make the call. I'll say, hey, you're right for a call, and we'll discuss it if that's quicker and easier. Sometimes people get calls. It's rare, but sometimes people get calls because that works better. Isn't this amazing? 10 minutes. But look, I'm going to get hammered. Especially, these videos, try and help people. And part of that help is having those parts kits available so they can do it right the first time. And yeah, we get hammered. So, we can't always fit in a day. First in, best dress is the way it works. You text me, I'll send you the order on text message. You make the payment. If your bank puts the money in straight away because you're with the right bank, then bang, your kit gets packed in the order of when the messages come in, right? And it's amazing, sometimes right on 7:30, I get 10 messages. So it's a hard one to work out. I go to the bank works it out, right? Whatever second the payment goes in, I pack the kits personally in the order the payments come in. If I buy about after lunch sometime when I've had enough because I'm just getting pumped. And it's important you get the messages in early because I can't keep answering messages and then stop packing kits at 10, 11, 12, 1, 2 to answer more messages because you forgot, so in the morning is the most, earlier the better is the most important. It's quite, be honest, this is communication. It's quite annoying when you do it later because I'm trying to get other stuff done. Don't even text me in the afternoon unless you're coming to the Prado Hospital and we're working out when to pick up the car, whatever. Afternoons are bad. After hours are especially bad. You should know business hours is business hours. So this is your reminder. Thanks for watching. Bada bing, wheel bearings. Have a listen one more time. Anyway, a little bit of play there. Thanks for watching. See ya.